Welcome back, everybody. Happy birthday to Giri from Kara, the leader of Kara. And she's a huge fan, I'll just say, of Solgi, but I'm pretty sure it's way beyond just that. You can go to Giri's YouTube and find that out if you want to. But look at this Arrow art. It's incredible. Artie Studio Arrow. Absolutely outstanding. 15 bucks. It does give you a gold equivalent. That's a screenshotter. Also, my favorite Kara song is Pandora. And then Mamma Mia is number 2. That's actually playing right now. You can just put in Kara playlist. You can get that going if you want to listen along. Dude, this arrow is absolutely outstanding now. Archery Studio. Outstanding. You get a neon blue to go around it too. Look real good. It look real good. Oh, there's also new shop stuff that popped up. So trying to get this Kitty Pride, we're around 1/5 there. But I have a lot of tickets that haven't been used. Unlocks in 7 days is week 4. There's only a week and 6 days left to get this? Okay. So some of these titles have popped up. Lost both hands once. Let me know in the comment section down below what is this? I always think of Count Dooku, but this definitely probably has that Xmen reference. Did she like cut off Lady Deathstrike's arms once, Kitty Pride? Or did that just happen to Kitty Pride? I don't know, because she does get stuck in walls on occasion. Whoa, new X-23. Whoa! Archer X-23. Well, there's another screenshot. That's exceptionally tempting. Holy crud. There is an X-23 I like more, though. There is Hellfire Gala X-23 that I like more. So I'm going to save for that when that pops up. But that's incredibly awesome. Penny Arcade. Okay, Bishop's back, too. Whew, this avatar picture, though. Absolutely striking. If X-23 was my favorite character, though, I would absolutely get all that art, though. Wow, that's awesome. Oh, it's my favorite kind of porter. But porters are so pricey, I don't even care. Oh, I could power up Surge, but I'll just do that normally. Anyway, we also have Gwenpool. We have Yoshimizu's Gwenpool. That's very cool, too. Although it's, ouch, it's pricey, though, but it does give collecting tokens, so you can value that at what you want to value that at. And then just in case you haven't seen Diamondback here, here's Diamondback. Here's Jubilee. That is quite cool. Ooh, Elixer is out! Holy crud, Elixer's out. On reveal, one of your cards destroyed last turn gets revived here. Oh yeah, it's also International B-Day, so I was wanting to use Swarm. One of your cards destroyed last turn gets revived here. It doesn't say your enemy destroys them. I mean, he's a new mutant. Instant get. Instant get just for that logo alone. And then he would probably be in here if you didn't get him, eventually. Let's claim these goodies. Ooh, flip an Elixir, heck yeah. Community Spotlight, what was that? This is also a thing, I don't know how far this needs to go, but we're going to talk about that here as well. I've been trying to look up what its global count is at, but I'm not sure. The webpage seems completely shut down, which... Well, I shouldn't say shut down, it hasn't been updated this whole year. The webpage for events. So it goes to May 26th. So I've been raking up. Elixir's on this list, right? He is indeed on that list. So that's cool. Elixir would make my deck undestroyable though if I brought him in, because Kara could protect the 1s and 6s, and then Elixir could protect everything in between. I think Surge would be better, but we're going to try it and see how it goes with him in 2. I'm going to try to get everyone together. Also, this video is definitely going up. Happy B-Day, everybody. When I think of B-Day, because it is World B-Day. And I think of Ning Ning from Espa. Because K-pop is the way. K-pop is the way. But it is also Yuri's birthday from Kara. I guess I could shout her out real quick too. Yuri. There you go. That's not the right Yuri. That's baby Yuri. Kara Yuri. That's so sad. Yuri doesn't even pop up. This is Yuri, who's a huge fan. And fan is probably an understatement of Sulgi from Red Velvet, which their new Tilt music video is coming out super soon. Anyway, there she is. Yuri is the original... Yeah, Yuri is the first woman called a goddess by K-pop. And now they call everybody that, and essentially... Don't Americans say that too about their stars? Like, I think they do now. Probably not as commonly. And Yuri, at least at that time, was a Christian and was greatly annoyed by that fact. So I will state that she just generally does not like that, being called that. But now I don't know what. I don't know what Yuri is. Yuri hasn't talked about that in a long, long time. It's generally, for their careers, not wise to do, but I, of course, am a Christian, and that will not be denied. Now, next up. I'm just going to shout out the people for them being the people. Yeah, their actions are theirs to make. I will not condone and do my utmost to not greatly insult them for their actions either, as the actions are bad, the people are always good. Because I'm not quoting something here. I'm not even going to say its name, but I think you know the document that all that stuff is learned from. It is aka book. Okay, so here's the dailies. There we go. Is there anything else that's of note? No, these all look like they're the same packs. Yeah, here's just what's in these packs that I don't have. But yours might look different. Yeah, I guess we'll just go over the new event, and then is this actually what's explaining it? No, this is also taking me there. Do they have two posts on the same thing? They have two posts on the same thing? Global Bounty, Global Bounty. They have two posts on the same thing. That's a curious thought. Yep, both led me to the same place. Well, I guess we'll show it off. This is actually probably my favorite game art in the whole game. Possibly my favorite Wolverine too, but it's May 12th to the 26th, so I've been raking up wins with Surge the whole time. And started double stacking Surge and... Oh, Prodigy. So let's just read this. Join the new X-Men Global Bounty. To me, my X-Men! Or Emma Frost's voice as well. Assemble your decks. Wait, Cyclops says it too. Assemble your decks. Gather your wits. I bet tons of X-Men have said that too. I bet Swarm has said that. Wolverine maybe even once. And prepare for the global challenge. From May 12th to 26th, the new X-Men Global Bounty invites players worldwide to join forces to win games using select new X-Men themed decks. The more victories you secure, the greater rewards for everyone who participates. It's not just about individual glory, it's about working together as a global community to unlock great rewards, including 2 new variants and Collector's Series 5 Snap Pack. And a Collector's Series 5 Snap Pack. Oh, I didn't show you guys my vault. Oh, we'll do that at the end. How it works. The challenge. Win games using any of the designated new X-Men themed cards during the event time frame. Global effort. Why does this not have like a live updater like Marvel? I mean, the game that can't be named. I'm gonna name it anyway. Marvel Puzzle Quest has that. That you see the actual tallying. Well, maybe they'll update it at the end here, but each victory contributes to the global win count. The higher the global count, the better rewards for all participants. Boost your contribution. The more bounty cards you use in your deck, the more progress your win contributes. Each bounty card you use in a winning deck counts as an additional win. So yeah, you could make a deck of all of them if you have Esme. I don't have Esme. And we'll go over each of them and just very briefly their strengths. Unlock reward. Based on the total wins unlocked by the end of the event, all players who contribute at least 1 win receive all rewards. Delivery of all earned rewards will be sent shortly after the event concludes. Oh, so you need to get 1 win! Although I bet a ton of you have used Gambits. But yeah, that means that is, from my interpretation, you have to have gotten a win with one of these cards in your deck then. That is real sucky for brand new players. But they could get Gambit, they could get Wolverine. Emma Frost is... Oh, I guess Wolfsbane and them are starters. I guess technically Technically they aren't, but they're very easy to get. But yeah, you at least will have some if you play the event period at all. If you're still using them in your deck. If you're not, then you're in trouble. Like, you need to get those wins. That's why I'm getting this out. I just want to wait for a little more bonus to get Elixer also shown, so people know what this actually is when I mention them. But yeah, all the new cards are out now that actually help this. And Elixir's good in any deck. Yeah, in theory, Elixir's good in any deck, although he might be suboptimal on some. Prodigy, you need a very particular deck for Prodigy. Generally, if you have a Surge deck, you could have a Prodigy deck, and you can also have an Xmen deck. Generally, those overlap. Rock Slide decks are Dark Wing decks. I can show you one of those right now. Let me just show you the basic decks. These are my best versions. I don't think they're the best version, but here's my best version. Well, this is the uninterpretation of my best version of Prodigy. I should have an even better one. This is even better because I realized that Surge also counted for wins, so I brought Surge in here. So it says Surge and Prodigy. So that's really cool. I could throw in Elixir just cuz, but... Because, I mean, Iron Man could be taken out by Lady Deathstrike. He could help. That is one of the big counters. But I don't want to go too long into that. And then I was going to mention the other one. Let me just see if I can... I think it's this deck, right? Yeah, this is the Darkhawk deck. This is the Rock Slide deck. So this is how you can win if you just have Rock Slide. This guy does not have any... Bruh. Why don't you have a border? You're a custom card. You can always have a border. There we go. Had to fix that. Although it did look great with no border, but I prefer infinity borders. Okay, let's go back to the list. Wait, actually, Emma Frost. This is not the best deck with Emma Frost. You can have Emma Frost in a Surfer deck, actually. That might be the best deck for her. I'm not sure. She's hardly played, but this is just my favorite deck with her. This is my favorite deck in the whole game. Pretty much. Although, Psylocke could leave for Pixie. Well, no, excuse me, not Pixie. What am I saying? Surge. Because Pixie and Surge also can work together. It's a little kooky, though, but... But yeah, you can theoretically make a success card free if you have Surge here. Psylocke is good in this deck because Profex will probably be put back and Prodigy taken out when this event ends. But, yeah, that's why. Because Psylocke's more helpful because she can always summon your Profex, which is its main winning condition. And you just hope they don't have counters or you'll lose. This deck is unbelievably weak. Every deck should be balanced around this deck, in my opinion. That also has Gambit in it, which, of course, this game is my favorite character. Male character. Rogue's my all-time favorite Marvel character. And then here's Swarm. So yeah, I do want to play this deck. I guess Gambit will count if I do play it. But I may throw in some other cards here, like Surge. And I also... No, this card discards instead of destroys, yeah. But its biggest weakness is actually getting hit with Shang-Chi. So you could add Elixir to try to counter that. That would be interesting. Okay, let's get back here. You guys can still see this stuff, right? Yeah, good. Wolfsbane. Oh, Wolfsbane. That's the Surfer deck. You could also throw her into that deck I'm shown. But that's the Surfer deck. I had used her to great success in here, especially if you're missing. If you have Surfer and you're missing any of these other cards, you can still use her. She's that good with Surfer. You can just throw in other 3 costs, and she's going to be a great help. I've gotten some amazing wins with her before. And also, Odin can retrigger Wolfsbane. And then Wolverine and Gambit, we can show them off in that other deck I just showed you. Yeah, Wolverine. So this also counts as Wolverine, so it's essentially the same as the other stuff if I use this deck, actually. It equates to the same score generation. Although I'm going to slightly question its win rate. Also, this is all free to play, by the way, all this stuff. Okay, this is an issue. You can only have 10k of that. That's going to come up my dailies. I may need to use that before I start. But anyway, that's super cool. So there's the quick breakdown of that. It's mutant related, so I'm going to go a deep dive. And I'll probably make a quicker video later. Well, I'll probably talk about Elixer. I'll quickly show it off. Actually, we need to... Ooh, I haven't done Elixir's lore. Wait, we may end this with Elixir's lore as well. And then I'll probably just do another, like, quick short video on that new event. And just reference this one for the decks that you might want to use, just in case you're brand new. Because you could be. Like, this is a great time to play the game. You can potentially get incredibly epic art, but just getting one win with Emma Frost at any point in Wolfsbane. Ooh, the White Queen Ultimate Edition in Hyuk Lee. That's very tempting. She's like my third favorite character, but I mean, I could probably do that, but if I really want to Venomize White Queen, I don't know about that. I probably should just get it for her emotes. Do I play the game enough for that? I mean, I probably do. I've already technically net gained it. But I have a chance of actually getting tons of new cards. I don't know. I don't know if I want that. I'm gonna think on that. Like, why isn't it just a cool, like, regular version of her? I don't know. I might get that, because she is, like, my third favorite. Anyway, I'm gonna sidetrack as per typical. As per typical. I could actually use free-to-play gold to get more of these as well. That's curious. They're unbelievably expensive. Those are unbelievably expensive. Anyway... Yeah, I think that equated like $60 for a card or something. That's something else. So the $50 deals, I see why they think that's a deal, but just imagine an actual card game spending that much for a card. Like a brand new card game. That's wild. Obviously OG cards can be worth thousands, but... Anyway, let's go open the vault. It should be a thing. Where the frick did they even put it? It's up here, right? Or is it not? Or is it here? I think it's here at the top. Here we go.
Welcome to the vault.
That's so cool. That sounds like the voice of Utao, the Watcher.
Sensational.
It's a storm. That's tempting.
Fascinating.
Baby Groot. Very nice.
Exquisite.
Insanely awesome. Wow, it's a literal demonized Shang-Chi. That is pretty cool, though.
Fascinating.
I don't think I want a demon on my team, though.
Fascinating.
Intentionally don't play the hood. Okay, now this is cool. Phoenix Force Shang-Chi. I was quite sad when I didn't get that the first time around.
Fascinating.
Phoenix Force Shang-Chi might be a must-get. I use him in my main deck. And that is him Xmen related. Dang, it's gonna mean less rogues and gambits, but it'll probably generate before I even more will generate probably before I even find the rogues or gambits. I think I gotta get Shang-Chi here. That's insanely awesome. I don't know if all these vaults are the same. Also, I have no custom Shang-Chi, although you know the second I get this, I'll get a custom Shang-Chi, but I will not be getting this one. I don't even think this one's in the regular poll. The free-to-play poll. Poll. Yeah. I guess polls, it's the same thing, I guess. But it's a pool, technically. But yeah, I don't know if they'll get it. If they'll ever get it into that. It's just 200 more than it would normally be, too. It's actually a cheaper one. I think I gotta get that to represent the X-Men. I'm just a huge X-Men fan. It's actual Phoenix Force thing. Although Phoenix Force itself is like intergalactic, etc. Like, obviously you don't have to be a mutant, but it's still heavily mutant influenced. With Phoenix Force, this first comes from that as far as I know. The Storm is also cool, but for 2,000 it's really pricey, and I have tons and tons of Storms. Let me just look back at Storm here. We're legitimately sidetracked, but this video is just going to be super long, so I'll just do another short one. Because we still need to go over Elixir lore. Because yeah, I'm going to try to treat him equally. Elixir I remember in Astonishing X-Men, the motion comic, actually. I'm pretty certain he's in that. So that's cool. They have almost everyone from Astonishing X-Men now in the game. Except for Danger herself. That's also why I like to save those, because yeah, where's Danger Room herself? Because you actually need that then. They have almost literally everyone else. I'm sure they're missing some Brotherhood, but... That's a lot of Hellfire Club, though, and they have a ton in that, and they have a ton of Hellfire Club in this, so... Anyway, that's all I'll say about that. I don't want to spoiler it. Astonishing X-Men is one of the greatest things ever made. Even the motion comic that they say is way worse than the actual comic, graphic novel, I think is technically what it is freaking good, man. That's just solid storytelling. And Emma Frost has some amazing freaking lines in it. Although it's got a little kind of odd storytelling at times too, but I really like it. Because yeah, it goes drama though. It goes full drama. Definitely not for children. Let's see. But yeah, scene should be like here. And then I'll check Storm in a second. But I already have him inked. Dude, it's gonna look so cool. This is the best part about the new system of this game, which I waited years for, but this is why I stick around. But yeah, I can literally make it ink art instantly with the white flare. White dust flare, which is like essentially the best look for an ink arted card. That is so freaking cool. Because yeah, look at all the Sing Chis I've gotten, but I've never gotten another Sing Chi, but that's okay. Now, the question is if I want to save it for the Storm. I doubt Storm is close to her emotes. It's almost impossible to actually get emotes in this game. But I really want Rogues and Gambits as a life goal. Because yeah, that'd be the only thing that might actually make me spend money, is if a Gambit Death showed up. Or possibly a Extreme Rogue. Which is Rogue in the black and red. Which this game doesn't even have, even though literally Marvel Heroes didn't even get it, even though for like a year it was the most requested costume. What the hell? Like, although they did have Nova, Marvel Heroes had Nova delayed for a year. But anyway, we're getting major sidetracked. It is the way. It is the way. Let's see. What is this glitch? What happened to Ant-Man? He's just a purple box. Dex will get this glitch too. Oh god, Ant-Man. Oh god. How do I clear that? Whatever. If I ever see that again, I'll report it. I mean, it's recorded right now. Let me know if you guys have ever seen this glitch. Because that's a new glitch I need to deal with then. It probably has to deal with the fact I have an old install, though. The other ones were saying that was the case, but there's no way I was going to freaking uninstall and potentially lose account linking. No, 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 no. It's not worth it for stuff that does resolve eventually. Oh, my favorite car song Pandora is playing. It's for the... I know there's some K-pop fans on the channel, especially when it comes to Snap. Let's see. Yeah, this is where you'd put Elixer, probably. A deck that's like this. Because then you could frickin'... It's also would be in case your Phoenix Force ever got destroyed, Elixir could just bring it back. But yeah, see, a lot of stuff gets destroyed here. And we could take out Mr. Sinister. I don't know. I'll have to look who to actually take out for Elixir. Elixir is a tricky one. Because he's a 2-cost. Which we could ditch a 1-cost for. But this deck I don't want to change at all because this deck is incredible in Sanctum Sanctorum. It doesn't look like much. But holy crud, it's like... I mean, Marvel's Midnight Queen. It's named after Guhara's Midnight Queen song. Which is... She's from Kara, if you don't know. But yeah, this deck is so freaking good, though, in that mode. I don't really trigger fire. I'm still learning how to use fire hair. Fire hair is very difficult, but there are some people that completely crush me with her. Like, if you get the chain right and she starts triggering the other on reveals, it's great. Like, she can trigger the other destructions of your Carnage. It's just super hard to get the chain to actually work right in a way that actually wins. And actually makes her do something when she triggers their ability. Anyway, I'm looking for Storm in a deck that doesn't exist, which is, I just realized I took her out. Here's Storm. I don't think Storm's in any of my decks, it's freaking heartbreaking. Oh, how many levels do you have, Storm? Storm has 16 levels? Holy crap, that's so much. Also, she has 788 experience just waiting. You see, she's random rolled, and I've also rolled her when I got this one. Yeah, I got tons of her for shards when I unlocked that one in Conquest. Storm's like my 4th favorite character, often who I will actually be playing in a Marvel game, because she's often the only mutant. Let's see. How do you open up that screen? Oh, mastery screen. Here we go. How much XP does the card even give? I think it's like 250. Dude, if it's only 250, we won't even gain a level. Bruh. Bruh. Holy heck, you have to get to 30? To get her emotes. Nah. No, that's a pass. That's a pass. I do want the Shang-Chi, though. I could edit out all this, but you know what? If you're watching this long, you probably want to see the rationality anyway. This is technically unmeta, though, for getting rogues and gambits, but I don't care.
Mastery.
Especially if they're giving out a free gambit soon. We got the copper. We got the glass circuits, refraction, and psychedelic. Glass circuits is my second favorite. Because, yeah, it's the cerebral circuitry, most likely. That is so cool. But he's going to be guarded in the main deck, which we're probably about to show off with Elixir anyway, so now we can show that off as well. Wait, he can actually level up, too. Yeah, let's regular Infinity him, too. I need to spend this currency anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I want Infinity him just because it's Xmen related. It's a little pointless because we already have the ink card unlocked, but I'm still doing it. That's just a goal to have every Xmen related thing. Booped. Which it does have out their names, I would refuse to use them. Because it creates really awkward statements. Especially if a pronoun is used, so no, I'm not going there. Well, we got an angel! Dude, we got Chibi flipping Archangel? Are you kidding me? Now, I normally don't like Chibi art, but Archangel is my favorite angel. Heck yes! Heck yes! Yeah, isn't he Warren the Third? I think he is, right? Yeah, he's Warren Worthington the Third. Yeah. There you go. Oh, you just saw that too. There you go. What is this gonna do? Oh, it just did normal convert. That's okay.
Mastery.
No, we're not doing it anymore. He's gonna discuss some card. Although, if we don't ink card him, wait, I want to show you guys something here. Let's not ink card him. Does this actually look good on him? Penny Arcade actually looks pretty awesome on him. But I'll save that for Spider. And Penny Parker. No, let's not accidentally do something I don't want to do. There we go. There it is, ink carded though. That's so freaking cool. I'm super Xmen related biased, but that's insanely awesome. In our 50% mutant deck. Yes. Here we go. The Shang-Chi to stop the power creep. Although Shang-Chi may have less value now because elixirs might be around. So we'll keep that in mind, but either way, don't even care. That's getting that Shang-Chi's a YOLO. So I wasn't gonna spend real money, and that's why I like that system. Although we're getting low on these points though, if a Game of Death shows up, I definitely don't want to drop under 5,000. But that's a YOLO moment right there. And we still have Elixir's lore to go over. Oh, actually, I need to stop this actually for a second. Because this might show a picture that I don't have the rights to. Also, I don't own the rights to these pictures, so I'll say that too in the video, just in case. Wait, where's the... I don't think I have a deck with Angel in it, do I? No, I took Angel out of my decks. Angel used to be in this deck at one point, but I have it converted in the Nimrod style, not the Death style. Wow. I'm trying to think if Elixir's good in this deck. It's only if you destroy your Arnim Zola. Well, I mean, you could Arnim Zola. You could put Elixir. Wait, how does Elixir work? Oh my goodness, Elixir. Oh, he's on reveal. Okay. Depends what game mode you're in. If you turn 6 this, then you turn 7 Elixir, you might literally revive your Wolverine, your Venom that's been destroyed, and he'll trigger again, eating your Elixir and your Venom. And your Arnim Zola, excuse me. And then Venom will pop out. It's just one of them. You don't choose, though, so you gotta watch out for that. How do I put him in that deck, though? Because I don't want to change my other deck. Well, it's just imagine it. 2 months like destroying stuff, too, and then you just bring it right back with Elixir. This deck is so well made, though. I mean, I guess it's Nico Minoru is what we could take out. She's important for Carnage's power. You don't want to destroy your own Elixir. Also, you don't want to play him turn 2 either. That means you want to play him turn 5 maybe with Deathlock. Oh wait. I always put the latest X-Men in this deck. That's right. There's always a home for them in my main deck. X-Gene strong, and Giganto is an X-Gene. An honorary X-Men in that deck. But yeah, it's just because Onslaught would be the other mutant to put in here, and he'd do essentially nothing in this deck, so... So I just run Giganto. Also, Giganto's power is this when I need it. This is bugging me as typical, I don't know why. That dot just never goes away, ever. Okay, let's get to Elixir's lore. Actually, let's just show him. Now, there might be some spoilers, but I'm going to try to dodge them and just show basic description. Basic character description. Yeah, this is how I remember him looking in the Astonishing X-Men. There we go. Elixir. Elixir. Josh Foley, or Foley. I'll have to see, is that Foley or Foley? Foley, I think? Is a fictional character appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics. Also, I don't own the rights to any of these images. Primarily in association with X-Men, formerly a member of the Reavers. Oh wow, he was a Reaver? An anti-mutant criminal group. Yeah, there's Lady Deathstrike, the Reavers. I thought this is what... The Reavers are a fictional team of criminal cyborgs appearing in published by... Yeah. In Marvel Universe, the Reavers are characters dedicated to the destruction of the X-Men. Yeah, and a number of them especially wanted to take revenge on Wolverine in particular. The group are assembled under the leadership of the character Donald Pierce. Here's Donald Pierce. Uncanny X-Men 132, April 1980. Chris Claremont, John Burney. They're the legends. Donald Pierce is a supervillain appearing in Police comic books. The character is depicted as a cyborg and is co-main enemy of the X-Men. Donald Pierce appears in the 2017 film Logan, portrayed by Boyd Bulbrook. Oh! I forgot he was in Logan. That's cool. Well, there you go. You can maybe learn about him there, perhaps, but I don't super remember him in that, but okay. And consists of 3 survivors from a group of Australian cyborgs who formed the original Reavers, along with other cyborgs. The Reavers are not to be confused with... The Reavers are not to be confused with Little of the Reavers, with Reavers who are involved in the histories of the Guardians of the Galaxy, members Starhawk and Alita. Starhawk and Alita and their heads are cut off. It's fun. The Reavers appeared in 27 film with their leader Donald Pierce, portrayed by Boyd Holbrook. Okay, apparently they're in that. Elixer later reforms and joins the X-Men, learning that he is a mutant himself. During the Crocaean Age, this is what Marvel Rivals is in. The Crocaean Age. Storylines published by Marvel Comics from 2019 and 2024. There you go. But that might be full of spoilers, so those are fairly new, so probably a lot of you guys haven't learned about that yet. Elixer joins the Five, using his healing abilities in combination with other mutants to resurrect the dead. First appearance in New Mutants Volume 2, Number 5. It was created by Nunzio De Phillips, Christina Werr, and Kieron Grant. Hopefully I'm saying his name wrong. I mean his name right. What am I saying? Name right. Do I totally just flip that meaning entirely in my mind? Oh boy. There's a lot of words and eventually it just all jumbled up. And that's so life was. Joshua Foley was originally a member of the Reavers, however, after he learns that he is a mutant and his parents disown him, he instead joins the X-Men, becoming Prodigy's roommate at the Xavier Institute. After Wolfsbane loses control of her powers and mortally wounds him, Elixer manages to heal himself, which turns his skin gold. Oh. He is later among the 198 mutants who retain their powers after M-Day, when Scarlet Witch depowers most mutants on Earth. Elixer later joins the Five, a group of... Yeah, we already went into that. And here he is from 2007, Volume 2, issue 33. He's from 2003. To that, him, 22 years. Or almost. And he's a human mutant. This will say mutate if it's like old. New Mutants Training Squad. That's incredibly cool with magic there. New X-Men, heck yeah. Reaver. Xavier Institute. X-Force. Yeah, I thought it was X-Force. X-Men in Training, of course. And the Five. Abilities. Biokinesis. Healing, Resurrection, Immortality, Life Force Manipulation, Genetic Detection, and Death Touch. Whoa, here's just Death Touch? Wow. Wait, I didn't go into Earth 616? Wait, whoops. So that was a wiki on him. I normally do Earth 616, I forgot. Life, death, taking it. Giving it, I give life. I take it with everything my powers can do. Really miss pride. Well, actually goes really miss pride. What can't I do? Yeah. He has two unnamed older brothers. He's 5'9", 157 pounds, blue eyes, blonde, gold black skin. His skin moves from black to gold according to the function of its power use. It sometimes stays regular toned. He's an omega level mutant. Outstanding. He's alive, formerly deceased at 616 Flushing, Queens, New York, New York. Shot by Gauntlet, resurrected himself. That sounds potentially spoilery. We won't go into that. They're the creators. There's the first debut. And I think his origins... Well, I guess we'll just read this. It looks like it is written different. Josh Foley joined the Reavers, an anti-mutant thing. Yeah, we know about that. At the behest of his then best friend Duncan, when Cerebra detected a mutant in the area. Cerebra? That's not in the game. Cerebra was an advanced computer created by Beast and Professor X and designed to identify the location of mutants across the globe. That's cool. I wonder if the danger helped make that. Also, Emma Frost here. That's probably Cyclops there. Detected a mutant in the area. Danny Moonstar. Oh. And Karma were sent to investigate. Who's Karma? Yeah, Karma's lesser known. There's Karma. But she may join the game later, so go to that when that happens. And Danny Moonstar is, of course, Mirage. There you go. Meanwhile, Mirage is one of my favorites, especially in this game, because she's so rare. Meanwhile, the Reefers engaged a group of students from Xavier's in a fight, and Joss discovered he was a healer by healing one of his fellow Reefers. By knocking him out, he was able to hide this for a time until he felt compelled to heal the mortally injured Lori Collins. That's Wallflower. Lori developed a crush on him as a result. When the Reavers discovered Josh was a mutant with healing powers, they rejected him and retreated. Angrily rejecting Moonstar's offer to go to the X-Mansion, he went home to find his fellow Reavers waiting for him, where they delivered a severe beating. When his parents discovered he was a mutant, they disowned him. Anyway, there you go. Anyway, all that stuff's like super potential spoilers, so we're just ditching stuff. Oh, there's where's this in Marvel Rivals? This is the Marvel Rivals outfit I want. Is that Esme? It's probably actually Emma Frost, but it could be Esme. Anyway, that's super cool. Here's his power scale. Intelligence 4, Strength 2, Speed 2, Durability 2, Energy Protection 2, Fighting Skills 3. Woo! His transportation is the Blackbird, which is an A12 or SR71, depending on if it's the prototype of the SR71 or not. There it is. Heck yeah. Also, I want a card of the Blackbird in this game as well. They have the Quinjet. Come on now. Here we go. Elixer's an Omega level mutant. It's the highest scale. Here's Franklin Richards. He's there at the top. This is all of the Omega level mutants? Holy crud. There you go. That means they're real strong. Means they're real strong. And also, if there's anything I missed or you want to mention too, let me know and I can deep dive even further. With Omega class healing ability, he was stated to be the general threat by the One at the time. This is some defense organism, MDA, the Office of National Emergency, yeah. But was orange flagged and allegedly reclassified by the One after he used his powers offensively. Biokinesis. Elixer is capable of controlling the biological structure of his own and other people's body down to the genetic level. Oh, hence the death touch. Wow. He can produce molecular energy at will to affect organic matter he touches. Holy crud. This allows him to heal physical damage. Like, I knew he could do that, but I didn't remember he could do it offensively. This allows him to heal physiological damage done to his body or the bodies of others. Reactive suppressed mutant abilities. Repair cerebral functions and alter the composition of his own molecules in a certain way. Because of his control over his own biology, Elixer has proven to be very difficult to treat medically. He usually passes out after pushing his powers too far and remains in a coma for some time. Dr. Nemesis, that's quite the name. James Bradley, Dr. Nemesis. There you go. Guess that during these times, his DNA reboots itself. Elixer was scared that he only scratched the surface of what he can do. And it turned out to be true, as his abilities gradually evolved from healing simple scratches to simultaneously healing dozens of people, resurrecting himself and others, manipulating life force, etc. At first, he needed to touch his targets to heal/kill them, but later he learned his powers on several targets at the same time without touching them. Holy crud, I didn't know that. Dude, he is an Omega level mutant. Well, that explains why I deemed him Omega level. That is Omega level power. Holy crud, healing. At first, he was capable of basic healing, having successfully healed broken bones, severe burns, and even a mortal stab through the chest. After gaining beast knowledge of human anatomy, physiology, and biology, Elixer has demonstrated increased mastery of his powers. Regrowing Prodigy's heart, sedating an enraged wolfsbane, and cleaning her body of substances, I'll just say. Curing... It's D and it rhymes with a rug. Ooh, almost went there. This platform I can't. Curing X23 of the legacy... I don't even know if I should say that word. V and it rhymes with the Russ and Toys R Us. So it starts with V. Before his death, he wasn't able to heal Mpox. This is what cures mutants. Terrigen Plague, yeah, that's the Terrigen Mpox. Given a coordinate. Afflicts mutants when entering the contact. Excessive amounts of Terrigen Mist, a substance better known as the power of source of Inhumans. Yeah, boo. That's a really short-sighted story arc, in my opinion, the Inhuman one. That's just because they didn't want to pay Fox full cost. I literally saw the director of freaking... Well, it was on a YouTube video, but still I saw him speaking himself. And that was the whole reason why they made Inhumans, so they wouldn't have to give a cut to Fox of the mutants. Truly stupid. Anyway, I almost killed Marvel. Luckily they survived and the mutants are back. And I believe the rights are back too. Let's see, at least, well, it's Disney's, but it's better than the situation was before, that all mutants almost got it. Oh, almost all mutant plot lines are gone. Anyway, etc. Before his death, he wasn't able to heal the Mpox, but after the rebirth, he simultaneously cured several mutants. This is when they realized, yeah, going Inhumans is dumb. Josh also... I mean, there are some Inhumans that are cool characters, but for the most part, it's a diminishing storytelling, which just fails. Josh also stated that he can burn away implate from Monette's body. What the... George St. Cruz... Okay, this must somehow be his ability. He looks vaguely familiar. Wait, is this talking about unplayed to death? Okay. St. McRow, Earth 62, well, she's gorgeous. There you go. That's Penance. Assume she's... She has the codename of White Queen? She is a mutant. Well, hopefully she'll be added too into the game. Along with everything else. But it cures Sabretooth from the inversion effect. Regeneration. After rebirth, Josh learned to heal himself almost as soon as he was wounded. Resurrection. Elixer can bring back people from the dead. This ability has expanded radically since its rebirth, to the point that Josh was able to affect 16 million deceased mutants on Genosha at once. Omega level. Unbelievably Omega level. That's incredible. He resurrected 16 million people at once. Although, almost superior is what Magneto will call them, but... Although it quickly drained him out of energy and he passed out, Monette and Magneto speculated that Elixir was fully capable of resurrecting them all. Self-resurrection. Although Josh can die, he is able to resurrect himself. Oh boy. Life force manipulation. At first, Josh only possessed... It's just so much to read, but I'm going for it. We're all in at this point. At first, Josh only possessed the ability to sense and detect life forces, such as when he was able to feel Mark Shepard dying. This is, once again, this is spoilery stuff, I suppose. It's nothing I don't know if I've ever seen it before. I might have in a motion comic, perhaps. But it's all like after all the comics I have, because it's like 2000 and beyond. I only had them when I was a kid. Let's see. I think I still have them technically, but anyway, that was him. Hopefully he'll be added to the game. Sensing his life bleeding out of him. Later, he learned how to transfer life force from one person to another. As he did, I'm not going to click into that. It's going to take, it's long enough. As he did, Wolfsbane and her okay, more potential spoiler stuff. And her unborn child, after rebirth, Josh demonstrated the ability to control, manipulate, and absorb life forces of other creatures. DNA perception. Josh is able to detect abnormalities in living beings, as he detected techno-organic cells in Angel's body. He detected implant in Monette's body, and he even sensed the effect of magical inversion on Sabretooth. When Josh started to cure the Mpox, he felt that the disease was afraid of him. Disease inducement. He can use his powers to harm others, to cause types of illnesses and massive swellings and organ failure. He managed to... Wow. He killed Stryker by touching him for a few seconds. Wow. The William Stryker? He did indeed. Well, once again, spoiler. Wow. That's pretty epic. By touching him for a few seconds. Deadly harm and powerful demon Velasco. What the? Oh. It was originally the human living in the 13th century Italy. Wow. Affiliation Demons of Limbo. Wow. There you go. And almost instantly annihilate Wither's body. Can afford Wither. Oh snap. Once again, spoiler. Oh, he's Hellfire Club. Formerly Celine's Inner Circle, yeah. They were all bad. The Arnold movie, lol. The deep dive reference. If you know what movie that is, let me know in the comment section down below. You'll get a shout out. And probably a pinned comment. And his control over his abilities is now so fine that he was able to not only give Vanisher a brain tumor. Dang, dude. Here's Vanisher. That's also a spoiler. Another mutant. While healing his injuries, but even shaped it into the Xmen logo. As with his healing abilities, Josh's ability to inflict harm has also expanded after rebirth, and he is now able to deadly harm even people with rapid regeneration and vulnerability. The only reason they didn't die is because he stopped in time and reversed the process. Wow. After Elixer used his mutant ability to heal himself, his skin turned a golden color. This is possibly due to Elixer activating a secondary mutation in himself. Elixer's skin normally remains gold, but if he uses his powers to damage or kill, his skin tone turned deep metallic black, and Prodigy theorized that it is altered his brain chemistry, and that it is also altered his brain chemistry. I don't know if that was written correctly. This appears to be a completely involuntary reaction. It has been stated that Elixer has a hard time converting from black to gold. However, there are times where his skin goes back to his normal coloration. Abilities. But wait, there's more. Due to the psychic data transfer by the suffered Kukos, using the knowledge of beasts, Elixer now possesses genius-level understanding of human and mutant biology and anatomy, genetics, physiology, and medicine. Weaknesses, power limitation. Using his powers for extreme feats of biological manipulation can wear his body out, causing him to collapse. There has also been a few times where his powers didn't affect or only temporarily affected his enemies like Valesco, Siphon, and Hulk. Pluty's Battle Hulk with mental illness. Following his death at the hands of Dark Riders and later self-resurrection, Joss has become dangerously emotionally unstable. Attempts to utilize his healing abilities at Magneto's direction to cure mutants afflicted with Mpox result in his lashing out in madness at others around him with his death touch, severely injuring and nearly killing several innocent people before he could be subdued. Ooh, he lost his mind because he overdrew his power. Whoa, there you go. That's entirely possibly more than you ever wanted to know about Elixir. But I'm all about that. See you next time. You can like and sub, you can do all that stuff, but you don't have to do anything at all. And you're an unbelievable, absolute legend for watching to the very end. And you can pause the video to do that stuff now. Stay mutant strong. Stay marvelous. Later.